Hi darlings, welcome back. Hope you're having a fab weekend so far. I wanted to do a really chilled, chatty video, and I wanted to film something in this amazing space because last night I stayed here in one of the tree houses at Chewton Glen. I'm here with Pandora, and I thought I would share with you, it's quite a good time of year to do this. I wanted to share what is in my travel makeup bag. I'm also going to use this as a bit of an excuse to clear it out because it is absolutely overflowing. When I go away, whether that's abroad for 10 days or whether it's an overnight stay, this is the bag that I grab. It was a gift a couple of years ago. I think it was from L'Oreal during London Fashion Week. And over time, everything that I need from my serums to my toothpaste is just in this bag. So I thought we could do a very chatty get ready with me in this beautiful setting, and I'm going to share with you what is in my travel makeup bag. Alright, so as you'll see, a few of these things are travel miniatures and some are just full-size products that I can't live without, and I don't like to specifically go out and buy travel miniatures because they're very expensive and not the best use of plastic either. Sometimes I've been given them, whether that's in a goodie bag or in something like a Birchbox, but I never really go out and specifically buy a travel miniature. So anyway, the first thing I did after getting out the bath this morning was apply my serum combination. So I always like to apply a really hydrating serum when I'm away. I find that when I'm not at home, especially, my skin is just a little bit more dehydrated, whether that's from traveling in an aeroplane or being in a warm country or just even washing your face in different water. So this is the Vino Perfect Radiance Serum, and it's complexion correcting. So this is also really good when you're traveling for dark spots. It just helps to prevent the formation of any dark spots. And I like to apply tanning drops into my serum because I find that my face actually tans much more slowly than my body. I wear factor 50 on my face when I'm abroad, so I don't really get too much colour. So I'm using the Drunk Elephant Anti-Pollution Sunshine Drops just to bring a little bit of gradual tan into my skincare routine. So I pop a couple of drops of these in with my quarterly serum, mix it together in the palm of my hand and press it onto my face as the first thing I do after getting out of the shower. Something that I stupidly forgot to bring on this trip was my little bottle of cleanser. Sometimes I'll have a mini Garnier micellar water, sometimes I will just refill a little travel bottle with whatever micellar water I'm using at home, and I'll bring with me some reusable cotton pads. This time I totally forgot, so I've been borrowing a cleanser from one of the girls staying next door and just using a flannel to take my makeup off. But what I also love to use is this Fresh Rose Floral Toner. It's really, really nice if you just want to like mist it onto your face. If you're a little bit warm, then it's really refreshing. Rose is really hydrating and soothing, so again, fantastic when you're traveling. And this one I'll either mist directly onto the face as I just did, or I'll pop it on a cotton pad and swipe over my complexion after cleansing and before serum. So this comes in my travel makeup bag as well. Something else from Fresh, my moisturizer when I'm on the go, is also from the Rose range. This is the Deep Hydration Face Cream for nourishing and moisturizing the skin. I really like this little pot, and again, this moisturizer is just so hydrating, so soothing, so it's absolutely perfect for using when you are traveling. When this runs out, I've been using this for the past 3 or 4 trips that I've been on ever since going to Morocco with Fresh. When this runs out, I will probably top it up with my full-size version of this moisturizer because this is a really handy glass jar, so it's a little bit heavier, but it's a really good size for keeping in my travel bag. So this is where we're going to get started with my makeup. I always carry this mirror in my travel makeup bag. This I actually got from ASOS. It's from a brand called Paul & Joe, and it's just a really big mirror. I find it really handy because you can lie it on a flat surface like this, which is what I'm going to do now. I'm just going to pop it next to the camera. But just really handy if I want to perhaps do my makeup outside, because sometimes the lighting in bathrooms is not the best. I was going to film this video in the bathroom, but it's super echoey, but there will be a vlog coming next Tuesday if you want a tour of the treehouse. The foundation that I'm going to be using, no surprises, is the Bare Minerals Original Mineral Foundation. This has got SPF 15 in it, which is not really enough. I need to put another SPF in my travel beauty bag. Obviously, when I'm abroad, I put on my quarterly SPF 50 face moisturizer, but I do really need to put something else in there just when I'm in the UK as well. So you guys have seen me do this a million times before. I love this as a travel foundation because it's not blocking my pores, so whether I'm going to the gym or if I'm going to be on the beach or by the side of the pool for the whole day and I just don't want to be completely nude in my complexion, this is absolutely perfect because Sometimes you just feel more confident when you've got makeup on. You don't want to go completely barefaced, especially on the first few days of holiday when maybe you don't have much colour, your skin might be a little bit upset from flying, things like that. This can be applied as a really light coverage like I'll probably do today, or built up to be something that's a lot more high coverage depending on how much you apply, and just gives the most gorgeous, healthy finish without blocking up your pores. So even if you are out in the sun all day, this is not gonna create any blockages in your skin. So I always make sure that I twist the top of this so that I don't get mineral foundation all in the lid of this when it's being thrown around in the luggage compartment of an airplane. I also bring my Bare Minerals Beautiful Finish brush with me. This is just my favorite way to apply the original skin foundation. I'm actually going to leave this out because I'm going to give it a quick wash over. I always like to wash my, this sounds so bad, but I always like to wash my makeup brushes when I'm in a hotel sink. It can get a little bit messy and I just find it so much easier to clean up after myself in a hotel sink because there's not loads of products all around the edges of the sink like there are at home. So that's a little top tip. So I should have mentioned before starting my base that I carry 2 hair products with me whenever I travel. These 2 are, this one's actually normally in my suitcase, not in my travel bag, but every time I wash my hair, I spritz on the Pureology Strength Cure Best Blonde afterwards. This used to be the Perfect 4 Platinum Spray. It's amazing if you've got coloured hair, and especially if your hair is blonde. I find that this is just really good for conditioning my hair. It makes my hair so much easier to brush through, stops it going frizzy. I've spoken about this so much. My hair is very recently coloured. It's still in that kind of shock phase, so it's a little bit more blonde than I usually like it to be, but I'm hoping it's going to just tone down over the next week or so. So I spritz this all through my hair, and as you can see in this clip here, my hair is quite matted and just tangled when I first get out the shower, but this really helps me to comb through and detangle. Then, because my hair is coloured, I want to look after the ends. I like to apply an oil. This is the Tresemme Shine Lock Serum. I just apply a few pumps of this into the ends of my hair. To be honest, I'm not too picky when it comes to what oil I put in the ends of my hair, but it really does just need that added hydration. I don't usually like to apply too much powder, but if I'm going out in a really warm country, then sometimes I just need something to get rid of the shine, especially in my kind of middle brow area. So I've got the beautiful La Mer powder in my travel bag. It's a really thin one, it doesn't take up too much space. And then these Real Techniques mini brushes. This is the mini multitask brush. It's just so handy. I either have it in my travel bag, I might actually buy another one to put in my handbag makeup bag. This brush is really fantastic at bronzer, blusher, but to be honest, I usually grab my full-size bronzer and blusher brushes. Maybe I'll look and see if Real Techniques do mini ones of those as well. But this picks up just a really light amount of product for me to just swipe over my chin and T-zone in those areas where you don't really want to be getting shine as the day goes on. So I could use the same brush, as I said, for bronzer, but I've actually got my Bare Minerals Seamless Shaping and Finish brush with me. This does come out of my travel makeup bag when I get back home. And then I've got the Invisible Bronze Bronzer, again from Bare Minerals. To be honest, I like to use Bare Minerals and La Mer as my base products when I travel because they just let the skin breathe. They're not going to be blocking my pores, and they have a beautiful finish as well. This bronzer I feel like I've had for years, and it's only just hitting pan. A really good investment, and it's also a very natural colour. I don't ever like to look like I'm wearing too much makeup when I'm travelling. I don't want anything that's gonna make me go orangey. I don't really ever like to look like I've got too much makeup on, and these just give me a really lovely, natural, healthy finish. At this stage, I would usually pop on a lip balm just so my lips are prepped and ready for anything that I put on later. I've got the La Mer The Lip Balm in my travel bag. This one's got a really lovely, almost minty scent to it. I just find it so refreshing. It's quite thick, so I find it very nourishing and buttery to pop on my lips in the daytime and at nighttime as well. I find it a really good deep lip conditioner in the evening. This one is very bougie. It's actually got my name engraved in it. Don't know if you can see that there, from an event that I went to. Absolutely love that. I'm going to jump in with a couple of miscellaneous items that I've got in here as well, because it's not just beauty and skincare. I've got some ibuprofen liquid tablets. These ones are especially for period pain, but they do work for everything. There is nothing worse than being in a place that you're not familiar with, a bed that's not your own, and then suddenly getting a really bad headache or a really bad tummy ache and not being able to know where the nearest chemist is. So I just find that taking some ibuprofen with me is a really good idea. So these go in the zippy pocket of the travel makeup bag. I've also got some of the Vita Liberata Phenomenal Organic tan infused cloths. I have to say, these were very kindly sent to me, and I'm 50-50 as to whether I love these. I'm a tanaholic, you guys know that. I much prefer to fake tan than bake myself in the sun. And these do give a really lovely natural tan. I would say I wish they were a little bit darker. They are one colour. You can't buy a dark version, a light version, or a medium version. I believe they're all one shade. They're basically like a face wipe that is infused with fake tan. So immediately that made me think, are they good for the environment? But apparently they're biodegradable, compostable. However, I'm not sure how long that takes, and I don't think the actual packaging of them is either. You still have to prepare your skin in the same way as a fake tan, exfoliating. Maybe you want to put some moisturizer on any particularly dry areas, but they are super convenient. So for example, this morning I didn't obviously bring fake tan with me for an overnight stay, but I did want to add a little bit of colour, so it took 3 of these wipes to do my whole body, and they take up no room whatsoever. So if you are a tanaholic and you don't want to be caught short, then they are a really useful thing to have in your travel bag. And then I've got my toothpaste. Again, I don't like buying travel miniatures. I use the Sensodyne Pro Enamel. Sometimes my teeth get a little bit sensitive, so Sensodyne is a brand that I find really works for me, and this is the gentle whitening one. I'm not too bothered about teeth whitening. I don't feel the need to go and pay to get it professionally done, and I just find that these helps to minimize any stains from things like coffee and any juices that I might be consuming. I often panic that I'm going to leave the house without a brow product, so I sometimes find myself just grabbing a brow product from home and chucking it in this bag, which has meant that I've ended up with 4 brow products in my travel makeup bag, so I can definitely minimize this to 2. The best one I'd say for travel is my IT Cosmetics Brow Power. This has got a spoolie in one end, so I can just brush up the brows to create a bit of initial shape, and then it's got a scroll up universal taupe shade to fill in any gaps in the brows. I've also got the NARS Brow Power and the Anastasia Dip Brow, but both of them have actually broken. I find that a really common thing with brow pencils. The plastic that they're made from is just not very durable, whereas my IT Cosmetics one is still going strong. And then I just like to brush my brows up with a brow gel. This is the Hourglass Arch Brow Volumizing Fiber Gel. So this has actually got little mini fibers in there which can help create the look of a more voluminous brow. So I just really simply brush the brows up. You guys have seen me doing this a million times before, nothing special. And yeah, this just volumizes, slightly tints my brow hairs to make them look a little bit thicker, and also holds my brow look in place for the rest of the day. Another miscellaneous is my toothbrush. This I've had for quite a while now. It's just really handy. It's a brand called Sonic Chic, and it's an electric toothbrush within its own little travel case, and mine is this lovely little floral pattern. You can just change the battery. It's one of those normal AA batteries. Really handy to pop in the travel bag. Annoyingly, I bought my blusher brush. This is a duo fiber one from Sigma, but I've forgotten to bring a blush with me. I did have a little mini Benefit one in my travel bag, but it seems to have run out. What I do have, however, is the new Dior Backstage Glow Face Palette. This shade up here is called a pinky gold, so I might just try applying that in my cheek area, even though it's a little bit more of a highlight, but hopefully it'll just add a little bit of colour to the area. I find the Dior Backstage palettes really good for traveling, again because they are very small and thin, and they've got some really useful shades in there. You've got a couple of different highlight shades, a slightly more bronzy shade, and more of a skin correcting kind of apricot colour in there too. Equally, I love their little eyeshadow palette. Once again, fantastic for traveling because you get so many shades in one little block. I've got the eye palette in the warm neutrals. This is my go-to because it just has so many shades that I absolutely love to use on a daily basis. It's probably mostly these two that I use while I'm at home, and then I'll experiment with slightly warmer shades when I'm traveling. You can actually apply these with the fingers or with an eyeshadow brush. And then one that I got more recently is the Amber Neutrals. These are slightly warmer tones. If I'm going to a really lovely warm country and perhaps I'm doing my makeup a little bit more dramatically for sunset cocktails, things like that, then this is absolutely beautiful. I love the slightly more reddy tones. If I'm spending a little bit longer on my makeup than just a really natural look, then this is the palette that I will go for. Then I've also got some more shimmering options. This is the Bare Minerals Bare Pro eyeshadow stick in the shade Sunset Rose. These I find really easy to apply. You don't even need to use a brush. It's just a scroll up stylo. Mine's looking a little bit messy. and you just swipe this over the eyelids. If you're going to be a little bit more glam on the beach or poolside, these are really, really nice for a day in the sun, and just really, really easy to apply on the go. Pop it in your beach bag and blend out with your fingers. When I'm away, I definitely prefer to spend more time out and about, exploring, or on the beach or by the pool than doing my makeup, so anything here that can make my makeup doing a lot quicker is definitely a plus from me. And then for something really lovely and sparkly in the evenings, I also have my Tom Ford Aqua Metal Shadow in the shade Violet Argente 03. This one in my travel makeup bag. It gives the most beautiful, warm, almost rose gold, iridescent colour on the eyelid. I think it's just absolutely stunning. When this catches the sun, it is beautiful. On a special evening on holiday, this is my go-to on the eyes. Also from Tom Ford, I've got the Emotionproof liner in the shade 09 Brute Rose. This is once again a really beautiful, very light kind of rose gold shade. This is beautiful to wear on the waterline and in the corners of the eye to just create that really lovely, dewy, fresh eye look. I'm quite tired this morning, so I think I'm going to pop some on for today as well. Some more miscellaneous items. I've also got the Elemis Peptide Eye Recovery Cream. This I use in the evenings with the matching night cream, which unfortunately I've forgotten to put in here. I don't know why I took it out, but I must remember to put that back in. So a really lovely nourishing duo to use in the evenings. I've got a little mini from my La Mer advent calendar of their reparative body lotion. I usually apply this on my shins, on the tops of my arms, any areas that are especially dry and just need a little bit of hydration. And then I've got a Body Shop TeaTree oil. This is really handy if you have any blemishes when you're abroad. TeaTree oil is a really great multi-purpose product, but I will just pop some of this on one of my reusable cotton pads and press it onto any blemishes, and it helps draw out any of the badness that might be in there. Some other miscellaneous things. I've got the Vita Liberata Sunless Glow Self-Tanning Skin Tone Optimizer. This is fantastic in the evenings if I just want a really lovely glow, either at the start of my makeup application. You can wear this almost as a primer, or sometimes I will wear this alone, maybe later on in the holiday when my skin is looking really good, really healthy, and I don't want too much coverage. This is just a super flattering base that makes your skin look tanned, makes your skin look healthy and glowing, kind of like a tinted moisturizer, just a super glowing version. And then I've got my little mini of the Neal's Yard Remedies Wild Rose Beauty Balm. This is another really fantastic multi-purpose product. You can use this on dry areas of skin like elbows, you can use it on any little cuts, you can use it as a lip balm, you can use it to pop around your nostrils on an aeroplane to stop you inhaling germs and things like that. You can use it to smooth out your eyebrows, put it on your cuticles. It really is so multi-use. I often use it as a lip balm as well. You can slather it on your skin after a day in the sun, and it's really hydrating. Just a fantastic all-round product, and this is a really handy little travel size that, again, when it is empty, I just refill it with my full-size Wild Rose Beauty Balm from home. So I've actually got 3 mini mascaras in my travel beauty bag. I've got the Benefit Roller Lash, love that one. Clarins Super Volume, this is also fantastic, really plumps up the lashes, whereas this one I would say is more of a separated out lash look. And then we've got the Dior Show Iconic Overcurl, one that I got in my Dior advent calendar at Christmas. I'm going to go for the Clarins mascara today. And I also have a pair of eyelash curlers in my travel makeup bag as well. I just find it makes so much difference, and it also, if I curl my lashes, I find stops them from rubbing up against my sunglasses as well. Something really handy to have in my travel makeup bag is my fold away hairbrush. This is from Wet Brush. I ordered this on ASOS not too long ago. I've also got this in pink, a slightly bigger version which I have in my everyday handbag. As you can see, it just pops out. It's got a little mirror on the handle as well. And Wet Brush I find fantastic at detangling. It's really gentle on the hair as well. Even now when my hair is slightly damp, I just find brushes from Wet Brush really effective, and this one goes down to a tiny size as well, so perfect for travel. On my lips, I like to mostly use a tinted balm when I travel, so I've got a couple in here. This one is from, I think, Ciate. Yeah, and this is one of their pretty sticks in the shade BFF. Really lovely and moisturizing, and a beautiful nude color as well. This one is slightly more sheer. It is the Afterglow Lip Balm in the shade Orgasm from NARS. A really beautiful, pretty pink, the most gorgeous packaging as well. and this one I love to pop in my beach bag. Really nourishing and just gives the most beautiful like petal pink shade to the lips. This is usually reserved for the evenings, but I've also got a lip liner in here. This is just a nude lip pencil in the shade Victoria from Victoria Beckham Estee Lauder collaboration. I'm going to pop some on now just because I'm going to be taking a couple of photos later. At this point my lips are really nicely moisturized from the La Mer moisturizer, and then I'm going to go in with the Ciate Pretty Sticks. So a few more things that live in my travel makeup bag. I've somehow ended up with 3 small brushes. I would usually use this one for really precisely applying powder. It's from Real Techniques. This one from Charlotte Tilbury if I'm going to be doing any kind of contouring. That's really handy. And then this one I think is from Sigma. This is my highlight brush. These will come out and live in my makeup brush pot at home when I'm not traveling. So these just come in and out of my makeup bag as I go on trips. I've got a couple of different beauty blenders, pink one and a blue one. They both do the exact same thing. I'm not sure why I've got 2, so I'm going to leave one of those out. And then I've got a couple of the Slip Silk hair scrunchies. These are fantastic. They don't cause any breakage. Great for putting your hair up in a bun, especially now that I've had my hair cut. I feel like they just catch more of the hair and they're not damaging the hair. So these are fantastic when traveling, and at home I just love them all the time. I've got a Batiste dry shampoo in here. This one is the cherry flavor. I'm not too picky as to which one I have. Little mini travel size. This is just great for topping up your style, maybe after being on an airplane, or if you've had a day at the beach and you don't want to properly wash and shower your hair. Just find that very, very handy, and also really good at creating volume as well. I've got a little mini Neom Tranquility bottle here. This is fantastic, just putting maybe misting on your pillow or on your pulse points before bed. If I'm struggling to sleep, or if I'm just not feeling 100% certain in my new environment, then this is a really relaxing scent just to help you feel a little bit more at ease. And then my actual fragrance, it does interchange, but currently I'm obsessed with the Primrose and Rye from Jo Malone. This was one of their limited editions, and it is such, oh my goodness, such a gorgeous summer scent. And it really lasts a long time, so you don't need too much. And again, this is a, I think 50ml, 30ml bottle, so great even if you're going hand luggage only. And then the last few things, I've got a mini pair of manicure scissors. These are just really handy for keeping if I want to take off any tags, or you never know when you might need a pair of scissors. So this little pair, I think it was from a manicure set that I got at Christmas. It just lived in one of the pockets. I've got a few clear Invisibobbles, really handy, great if you want to chuck your hair up on the beach and not get any kinks in your hair. And then I've also got a little mini of the Bare Minerals Bare Pro Concealer. This is great for any little top-ups on the go, or if you don't want to wear a full face of makeup but you just need to conceal a few blemishes. Like I have got this really annoying one on my neck at the moment, don't know where that's come from. And that is everything. It feels like a lot. I'm not saying I'm particularly good at packing light, but that is just what I take with me when I'm traveling. It all fits in this Anya Himmarsh travel makeup bag, which is also wipe clean, which is really handy in case of any spillages. It's looking a little bit better than when I started. It's still very full, but to be honest, I like my routine. I like to have products that I'm familiar with when I travel, and as I said, I don't like to specifically go out and buy travel miniatures, so there are a few more full-size items in here as well, but hopefully I'll be able to actually close this now. Success. So I hope you enjoyed this very chatty casual vlog. We'll be back to fashion videos next week because I've been traveling. I've got a little bit behind, but I really hope you enjoyed this little sneak peek. I hope you found it useful if you are going on any summer holidays of your own in the near future. If you are, then I hope you have the best time. We've got a few more trips coming up too, so I'll be sure to be vlogging those as well. But anyway, I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you soon in the next one. Bye.